Mezzanine didn't happen because Massive Attack perfected their old sound. It happened because they blew it up. By the time they made that album, Robert Del Naya felt the old procedure had to be ripped up and the rulebook changed. Instead of leaning further into the hip-hop and breakbeat feel of the early records, Mezzanine took a much darker, more guitar-led direction. And that shift wasn't smooth. The group were fighting, barely speaking, and often recording separately by the time the album finally came out in 1998. But that tension is part of why the album sounds the way it does. Because Mezzanine feels less like a jam and more like a construction project. Layers, fragments, textures, post-punk mood. Del Naya has described Massive Attack's process as taking things from the past and making them new, basically building collages. And on Mezzanine, that meant pushing away from their earlier groove-based identity and into something colder, sharper, and more confrontational. That's why the record feels different from classic trip-hop. It's tighter, harder, more skeletal. The guitars matter more, the spaces feel more deliberate, and the whole thing sounds like a band trying to reinvent itself while it's falling apart. Even Teardrop came out of conflict. Del Naya and Daddy G wanted Elizabeth Fraser on the track, while Mushroom secretly sent it to Madonna instead. That fight became one of Del Naya's main memories of making the album. So the genius of Mezzanine is this: it doesn't sound dark just because the songs are dark. It sounds dark because the whole method changed. Massive Attack stopped making music the old way and built one of their best albums out of friction, collage, and a completely new blueprint.